Hello everyone, welcome to my second part of this Let's Play of War in the Pacific, Admiral's Edition. This time again we'll be playing the Battle of the Coral Sea, but I'll be playing as the Japanese this time. So last time I played as the Allies. I managed to successfully defend Port Moresby from the Japanese attack. And let's see if this episode I can do what the AI was unable to. Okay, now let's see. So we have a couple of fleets already out in the water. Seems we have two submarines laying in wait in front of Port Moresby. I'll just quickly set up a patrol zone for those. And I'll put it on max reaction, and I'll do the same for this one. Right, max reaction. Okay, so what else do we have? Anything here? Oh wow, look at this, we have 6 submarines lying in wait over here. Well, let's all give them a patrol area. I'll put one over there. Again, max reaction. Alright, again, max reaction. Now, I'm obviously a little bit cheating because I know the Allied fleet will be around this area. So that's the same area which I will use to set patrol areas for my submarines. And hopefully they can get some early shots in. Not expecting too much of them, but yeah. I mean, last one of my submarines got a nice pick on an enemy cruiser at the end of the game, so you never know. Alright, you over there, and the last one I'll put you around here. Not really too bothered with the submarines this episode, or this scenario I should say. It's such a short scenario that these things don't really matter really that much. Let's see, so we have a couple of transports. I believe this is a small torpedo boat, I believe, or a patrol boat, I think. They are not carrying any, well, they're not carrying anything, no troops, no supply. So I'll just move this one back to Rabaul. And what's this? A couple of light cruisers and another cargo ship, again not carrying anything, so I'll just send them back to Rabaul as well. And over here, so here we have our first carrier. This is a light carrier actually, the Shoho. It's carrying only a few planes, so 8 fighters, 4 dive bombers. Are those the dive bombers? Yeah, those are the dive bombers, and 6 torpedo bombers. And at the moment it's set to patrol around this area over here. I'll just keep it like that for the moment. Let's see what all my other fleets are doing first. Okay, so these are my actual landing forces. So these are transports. Over here you can see which land units they are carrying. And over here you can see the supplies they're carrying. Now they will first unload the infantry, and then they will start unloading the supply. Usually depending on the type of ship at different rates. Now these are the small X in front of them. They basically mean they're merchant vessels commandeered by the army. So they're not very good at amphibious landings. But it's all we have, so it will have to do. And it's already currently set to make a landing at Port Moresby. Now these cruisers, they are currently set at a bombardment mission. So they'll sail here, they'll bombard the shores and hopefully weaken the enemy a little bit prior to our amphibious landings. Now, so I'll just leave them as is. Nothing wrong with this area. And here we have a fuel ship and our two other carriers, the Shokaku and Suikaku, which I both managed to sink last episode, which was pretty nice. And they're also already set on a path to over here and around these islands up here. Now what I want to do is I want to protect these amphibious forces. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send this fleet into the Solomon Sea, and then I'm gonna send the fighters. No, you know what? I'm gonna set my land-based aircraft. So let's see, we have a couple of bombers, a couple of fighters, transport aircraft, and another couple of fighters. We have some more airplanes over here. Ah, okay, so here we have a couple of patrol aircraft. So we're gonna set these. We're gonna set a patrol zone from here all the way to here, and I'm gonna set it on 100%. So let's see. Well, I might adjust this a little bit. I'm gonna set it 10 degrees further out. Yeah, this is perfect. So now this entire area will be constantly explored by our patrol aircraft, and hopefully they'll see the enemy ships before they see me. And the Japanese also have another advantage in that their Zeros, as well as their Gates, I believe. Yeah, so my aircraft have I believe a maximum range of well, yeah, it's a maximum range of 9, well, except this one. The American, particularly the American fighters, they only have a range of 7. So if I manage to stay outside of that, so in between 7 and 9 range, I will be able to attack them, but they will be able to attack me, but they won't be able to send fighter escorts with their bombing runs. So that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to send my... for some reason it's taking a really strange route. Is it not able to pass through here? Let's check real quick. If I set this to direct. Yeah, okay, so now it is going through here. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get my carriers in around this area, because I'm expecting the American fleet to stay around here. So if I manage to stay outside of their fighter range, I'm at a sizable advantage. Let's see, Was there anything else I should do? Yeah, well, not at the moment, but you might have seen that in the last episode. The Japanese used these bombers as well as these fighters over here to bomb Port Moresby. I'll probably do that as well, just not yet, I guess. Well, why not actually? No, you don't have to search. And now I'm gonna be using these primary and secondary missions. I'm gonna set the primary mission on naval attack, and then the secondary mission I'll put on ground attack, and then I'm gonna select a target at Port Moresby. Now what this does is, if an enemy fleet is spotted within their range, it will attack that fleet first, but if it can't reach the fleet or there's no fleet spotted, so basically when there's no valid target, it will do the ground attack on Port Moresby. So I'm gonna exit there, and then I'm gonna set these aircraft stop training and escort above Port Moresby, just in case they decide to send some fighters over there. My 27 Zeros will escort my bombers. Right, so now I have to set my carrier aircraft. I'm gonna set you to, yeah, 40. Wait, can I do 50? Well, 45 then it is, I guess. And next group, are these fighters as well? Yeah, they are. Oh, okay. I thought these were dive bombers. No, never mind. So I'm gonna set you to 45 as well. And my torpedo bombers, no, so they are all ready to attack when a target is spotted. And I'll do around the same thing with this fleet. I'm gonna set it to, well, for some reason I can select 50 on this one. Okay, fair enough. Put it on escort. Then I'm just gonna use the let's see. Right, set all carrier fighters in this hex, so it instantly adjusts all the fighters in this hex to these settings. Let's see. So with these dive bombers, I'm gonna do the same what I did with the level bombers from Rabaul. I'm gonna set the primary mission to naval attack, and then the secondary mission ground attack on Port Moresby. It says currently out of range, which it obviously is, but once it gets into range, it will automatically start targeting that. And I don't need you to search, because I've got my patrol aircraft from a land base already searching the area, so that just saves up planes for when they do spot a target, they can attack that. I'm gonna do the same here. Set all carrier dive bombers in this hex to these settings I just made. And torpedo bombers. Now again, primary mission naval attack, secondary mission ground attack. Target Port Moresby. Now they may be torpedo bombers, but when they are doing ground targets, when they're starting to bomb ground targets, they will refit and carry regular bombs. And you can see that, I believe you can see that here. Yeah, so this is their default load, a 18-inch, I guess this is, Type 91 torpedo, 1. And then the reduced load is a 250 kilos GP bomb, whatever that is. So they're carrying two, so their reduced loads are 2 bombs. Now these are also used when they are flying in their extended radius, so their normal radius is 7. If they'll attack a ship within that normal radius, they'll be carrying torpedoes. If they'll be attacking outside that, so 8 or 9, they'll be carrying bombs. Again, set all torpedo bombers in this hex. And I guess that means I'm done for this turn. Am I forgetting something? Anything interesting over here? No, just a couple of bombers. Some patrol aircraft, well, might as well set these. I'll naval search. You know what? Can these reach? What's their range? Wow, they have a pretty huge range. Can I use these to recon above Port Moresby? 25, yes I can. So these will be flying recon missions above Port Moresby, which basically mean they'll fly over, take pictures, and this will increase my recon score, which gives me a better estimate as to what kind of troops are here. Now I don't know if that affects my units in any way, if that gives them, you know, proper combat bonus. Given the complexity of this game, I wouldn't be surprised if it does, but right now I only know there are around 4,000 troops here, and that's it. And I know there are aircraft here, I just don't know what type of aircraft. So I guess that's it for the first turn, and let's see what happens. I said, let's see what happens. Again, it's just calculating all these things, so I'm just gonna skip through all these. Right, so we already have our first action, so looks like an air attack on a couple of transports. Alright, so those are the transports from Tulagi, I believe, which I sent back to Rabaul. Not really interesting, but I guess it's just a couple of free points for them, I guess. Wow, they really want to take care of those. Not really bothered by it. Empty transports are usually worth around 1 to 5 points, I believe, so it doesn't really matter. So basically this scenario is won or lost by me capturing Port Moresby. And another air raid, still the same, yep, still the same fleet. They're really trying to destroy it, so 10 bomb hits, and what? So it took 10 bombs to sink this simple transport. Okay, so that's the first turn. So my map has been updated. I can see a couple of submarines here. And you are sailing incredibly fast compared to my amphibious force. You know what? I'm gonna remove your destination, and I'm gonna send you to meet up with them, and you'll be merging. And you, I am gonna set you to full speed because I want you to get here much faster. So now this is one, the first phase it will travel up to here, then the second phase will be up to here. So next turn it will already be here. So within 2 turns I'll be able to land my troops at Port Moresby. And let's see the transport over here. Yeah, only one survived. I'm guessing that probably be taken down next turn. Not really bothered by it. Let's quickly check. Yeah, so couple of points for them, nothing major. So we have a carrier fleet. So we do know there's a carrier in this one, which is kind of obvious because we know they just attacked from there. Wow, we actually have some really good intel on this one. Actually, no. Yeah, we know exactly where all the what type of ships are here. So this is probably the, I believe, the Lexington and the. Darn, what's the other carrier? Lexington and Enterprise? No, it's not the Enterprise. Well, the other one, the not Lexington. So let's see what to do for this turn. These bombing runs will just continue on Port Moresby. Did I learn some new stuff? Not really. You can see here the detection rate is 6 out of 7, so it's almost maxed out. Still, I don't really know much about these troops over here. I do know there are 12 bombers here now, so okay. Which I will try to take out. I'll set these to airfield attack. Let's see, so my Shokaku and Shuikaku are still making their move. You are still trying to get back to Rabaul. You are trying to get back to Rabaul. You are meeting up with my amphibious forces. And you, I'm actually going to set you to meet up with the no, clear waypoints. Meet task force. So I'm basically doing the same thing as last episode. I'm just going to create one giant doom stack of ships. Well, it seems to work. It seemed to work out last episode. So let's hope it works out again this time. Now, for some reason, this is again taking a really weird route. Putting you to direct. That's what I want. Now you, are you? Yeah, you are set to remain on station. Often these are set to retirement allowed. This basically means that when they reach their destination, they will then start going back towards their home port. But I want them to remain there, obviously. I often forget to do that, and then I resolve the turn, and then suddenly all my ships started moving back out of the combat area, and I'm like, no, what are you doing? Which of course is my own fault, because I set them, didn't set the proper orders. Submarines still moving up. Nothing too interesting. I'm actually gonna, apparently they gave these a really strange patrol zone, so I'm just gonna manual adjust this. And I'm gonna set you to patrol here to here. And you, I'm gonna set you to clear patrol zone, and I'm just gonna put in the patrol zone manually here to here, and a third boundary here, so we'll just patrol outside Port Moresby. And well, I guess that's another turn done. So let's see what happens. Lots of bad weather. Oh wow, so we're attacking a no wait, that's one of theirs, I believe. Yeah, it is one of theirs. So they were attacking a cruiser of mine. They missed, luckily, and now my destroyer is launching depth charges to the submarine. Again, nice little animation. So did anything happen? No, so they missed us. We tried, our destroyer Sazanami tried to attack the submarine, but the submarine seemed to have escaped. And again, my search aircraft spotting all their fleets. Right, so now my carrier fleet, because there were no valid naval targets for the bombers to attack, they're flying on their secondary mission, which is the ground attack on Port Moresby. So now they're just bombing the crap out of them over there. Hopefully they're doing some casualties. None destroyed, but they are disabled. I believe that means that they won't be able to fight in this round until they regroup. Oh, they hit the airfield as well. So airfields also can be damaged, which reduces their effectiveness of surfacing aircraft, obviously. And looks like that's that. Okay, so still no carrier combat. My submarines are getting nicely in position. And these fleets are... Right, so here's one carrier and here's the other carrier. So it would seem... Yeah, it seems they are gathering. Probably to make a move towards my landing ships. But hopefully these can stay... they can remain undiscovered and sneak past here and land these troops. However, so now my fleets have both caught up to each other and they've merged. Right, so I've got a feeling this is the turn where it's gonna be decided. So let me think, what should I do here? I'm expecting this fleet as well as I'm expecting them to move to the northwest here, trying to find my amphibious forces and then bomb the hell out of them. So what I'm gonna do is you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm actually just gonna let my carrier patrol around this area over here. So this as well. I'm gonna set a why do I have to clear this one first? Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna set a patrol area. I'm gonna set it to patrol from this hex to here, I guess, and then back up here. Yeah, so I'm gonna have my carriers patrol this area, and hopefully, because my land aircraft from over here, I believe. Yeah, so these patrol aircraft, they're constantly spotting my enemies over here. I might even shorten the distance of their patrol flights and, you know, cut them off around here, which means that they won't have to fly as far out, which means I can have more planes covering the same area. Yeah, you know what? Let's just do that. Maximum range. I'm gonna set that to 15. Let's see how that affects the search pattern. Yeah, I guess. Don't know if it's gonna make any changes whatsoever. It seems they have no problem spotting them already. But hey, let's try something else. And I'm actually quite surprised these survived. Or these, I believe it's only one. Yeah, oh wow, yeah, it took way more damage than it's on fire. Yeah, I think this one's a goner as well. I might actually... This is also a thing I believe it's... You can choose to scuttle your ships. If they are beyond a certain damage point, you can scuttle your ships. Which apparently brings up this nice Microsoft DOS-like window. So I've decided to scuttle it. And now I believe the enemy only takes 50% of the points. So if a ship is lost, you can decide to scuttle it to deny the enemy a few points. Well, I think nothing new. Guess we'll just have to wait until either my forces here get destroyed or they make a successful landing at Port Moresby. So, fingers crossed. And is that... yeah, this is one of my subs, so I'm attacking... no, I didn't even get an attack off. They instantly spotted me and they starting to attack, so let's see what happens. So they managed to get off one hit. Doesn't seem to be any major damage. What does the report say? So, oh, it actually ran out of anti-submarine ammo. Yeah, they're moving up. And... oh, so now their bombers from Port Moresby are actually trying to bomb these ships. Luckily, these wearaways are not the best bombers, so they didn't get off a hit. And again, still no carrier combat. So what's up with that? Did they pull back or something? No, they're still here. Maybe I should just take the attack to them. How about that? Wow, I really have good intel on them now. So maybe it did affect the shortening the range of our search arc. Maybe it did affect the amount of intel I get. Because then obviously I've got more planes covering the same area. So it actually knows the amount of fighters and bombers available. You know what? I'm gonna adjust all my submarines. And I'm just gonna say patrol over here. And you as well. Patrol over there. So if they do stay here, hopefully my submarines can get a couple of shots in. That would be pretty neat. Clear patrol zone. Okay, so how about you? Yep, I can still set you up over there. So it looks like their submarines are moving back. Don't know why they're doing that, but okay. And yeah, next turn definitely my landing forces will reach Port Moresby. These ships, yeah, disband once you get there. Submarine over here, a lonely guy. I'll disband you. Again, disbanding doesn't mean they're gone, they're just go into the ship pool for that current port. Yeah, well, I guess, yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna take the fight to them. I mean, what can possibly go wrong, right? Obviously famous last words, but hey, let's do it. I do gotta yeah, I am gonna set a patrol zone though. I'm gonna set it to patrol around here. You don't want to set your fleet to a certain hex, because then, you know, once they're spotted and they know they're staying there, they're obviously easy pickings. So I'm gonna set it to patrol sideways like this. And let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what? Let's not set it over there. I'll put them back a little bit more. So hopefully this way I can use my superior distance for my aircraft to my advantage. So hopefully I can start bombing them before they can start bombing me. Which is nice, I guess, being able to attack your enemy without them attacking you back. Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah, I guess. So let's see what happens. No way. So, okay, so my submarines did get an attack in on the Lexington. Unfortunately, they missed. Wow, that would be something. Man, 8 torpedoes at the Lexingtons and they all missed. Damn. That would be really cool if I just get a few torpedoes in. Oh, we got some more subs, so maybe they'll be the ones that get some attacks in. Okay, so this time it has finally started. For some reason, only a few. Some fell, some gates. Why are there so few bombers? That's a bit weird. Okay, so it's taking the Yorktown. Yep, it manages to hit them. Okay, so let's see. A couple of the airplanes are destroyed. So we managed to put 3 bombs on the Yorktown. Yeah, so that's the one. Lexington and Yorktown, not the Enterprise. And oh, they do manage to launch a counterattack. That's a shame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ah, I'm just within range. Which should be okay, because I believe they're flying with their reduced loads, because this is their extended range, so they won't be able to carry much bombs. And as you can see, their torpedo bombers weren't even to fly at all. So I should be able to easily survive this. Well, still 12 bombers made it through. So let's see what happens. So only 1 hit on the light carrier Shoho. It is on fire though, so that's a bit nasty. Oh wow, here's the second wave. Yeah, so this one's much larger. And 22 made it through this time, so let's see what happens. So quite a few destroyed. So nothing. Wow, they all missed. No hits. Shoho still on fire from the previous attack, obviously. And again, why did you get so many attacks off with so many airplanes? Oh, I noticed. Okay, so there's actually a huge storm in my hex. So that's probably why there weren't so many bombers being able to take off. Oh, yep. So it's diverting the planes probably from the light carrier to the Shokaku. So it's probably damaged too much to carry on. And another air raid. I am able to destroy quite a few airplanes though. Luckily no hits again. Of course, having really bad weather makes it hard for the pilots to attack the ships. And another raid. Is this ever going to stop? Right, so the fighters didn't, so they're flying without an escort, so we should be able to take out quite a few of those. So we took out 3, there are still 2 left and they're making an attack run. 1 damaged and 1 destroyed, so that should be it. Okay. So we're destroying quite a lot of their airplanes, which also gives me a lot of points, obviously. Again, the Wargames trying to bomb my amphibious fleet. And they all missed. Oh, okay. So now I'm going to attack. Now I'm going to retaliate. So let's see what the power of the Imperial Navy can do to the puny United States Navy. So a lot of bombers made it through, so this is going to take an extremely long time. I am hitting quite a lot though. So let's see the damage. So a couple of airplanes destroyed, nothing major. We even managed to shoot down a couple of Wildcats. Okay. Oh wow, so they actually hit the Yorktown with 3 torpedoes and they managed to have visual confirmation of it sinking. So that's 1 carrier down. A couple of bombs on the Portland. A bomb as well as a torpedo on the Chester. 2 torpedoes on the Chicago. On fire, heavy damage. And 3 more bombs on the cruiser Astoria. And this is pretty sweet because all those damaged ships, they'll probably trying to head south back to their bases, which then makes it easy pickings for my submarines which are patrolling the area. So maybe they'll be able to pick off some stragglers. So right, so these are the amphibious landings. My cruisers just bombing the coastal defenses. And a couple of hits in return. And now they are unloading the units on onto the beaches. And instantly, you can see here, Allied bombardment attack. Instantly they're trying to bombard us. With their 17 guns, but I've got 23 guns, so I'm probably doing better than them. And let's see. Okay, so here are my submarines approaching this area. You are no longer patrolling the right area, so I'm just gonna put you over here. And you are okay. They're still patrolling around the fleet. And yeah, those submarines are moving back. It's a bit weird. Okay. So what's it? Okay, so this is the Shoho, the light carrier. Yeah, it's completely engulfed in flames. I've got a feeling this one will be gone next turn. But we'll see what happens. I am going to put it on full speed. So just to get it out of range for any possible second air strikes. And you guys... Wait, where are you going? Why are you going back? I set you to patrol this area. So why are you going back? That's not cool. Stay there. Maybe their orders got cleared because they took damage and these ships separated or something? I don't know. Let's see. So my amphibious force here still unloading supplies, unloading troops. And you are set in combat mode and you are set to defend, which is exactly what I want because they're not done unloading. And well, not much new, or not many new oh wait, I actually have to set these to ground attack again. I don't care much about the airfield anymore, so I just want you to bomb the ground units. Patrol aircraft still. Anything else I can set to bomb them? Yeah, I don't care much about the recon anymore, so guess I'll set you to ground attack as well. Can you reach them? Extend 18? No, you cannot. Okay, so don't bother with that then. Do these guys carry bombs? Yeah, they do carry bombs, so I can also set you to... Let's see... Wait, can I not set you to ground attack? Naval attack? Oh, okay. I'll set you to airfield attack then. And what I'm going to do is I'm gonna set my fighters to to ground attack as well. I'm gonna set target port Moresby and I'm gonna set the current altitude to 100 feet, I believe this is. Which basically mean they'll do strafing runs on the enemy. When you set your aircraft to do strafing runs, they also are more likely to suffer casualties themselves from anti-aircraft fire. But who cares? Yep, so next turn. And my ships are still bombarding their coastal defenses. Yeah, I think, yeah, over here you can see the cruiser, or not the cruiser, the carrier Shoho has sunk. And I believe these are my, yeah, these are my subs again, attacking their fleet. Hopefully picking up some stragglers. Oh, they're actually trying to... Now this is nice. If I manage to sink fuel ships, those are usually worth a lot of points. I don't know why they kept them around there. My submarine was hit 6 times though, damn. Still manages to escape, apparently. Yep, still unloading troops, I believe. And these are my... Oh right, these are from Truk Island, which are attacking the airfield. And so 1 damage, 1 destroyed. Did they do anything? Yeah, so they hit the air base a couple of times. They hit the runway. So it looks like they moved all their airplanes out of their airfield over there. Bad weather. Oh, that's nice. So the carrier fleets have were unable to send out patrol aircraft because the weather didn't allow it. Seas being too rough, stuff like that. And okay, so now as well, my carriers decided not to attack the carriers. I believe the Yorktown was still around. No, the Yorktown was sunk. It's the Lexington who's still around. So they decided to attack the units at Port Moresby instead. And yep, my subs trying to pick off a couple of stragglers there. Not having much success. Man, I really wish those torpedoes into the carrier at the start. That'd be awesome if that would have worked. And well, they're still trying to bombard me. And wow, I got even more guns now, so they're usually the troops will unload first, and then things like guns, vehicles, tanks, that sort of things for the last one to successfully unload. And that's it for that turn. So, are there still any... Oh, are they moving back? They are. Okay. Which means if these stay over here, yeah, I'm definitely going to send my task force after them. I am going to send you this way. I'm going to tell you to remain on station just for now, and these, do you have, what happens if I, if I put it on full speed, this turns red, which means they don't have the fuel to complete the turn, which is a shame. I'll just set it on regular mission speed, which would be a shame because then in one turn they will be able to move, in one phase they'd be able to move to this outer circle, and then the second phase, so they would be able to move around here in one turn, which means that they would likely be able to intercept this. But I'm just gonna send him over here, which means that now in one turn they'll end up around here. Hopefully they'll be able to pick off some stragglers over here. And my submarines are just gonna hang out over here. There's no way they're going to intercept these, so I'm just not gonna bother with them. Now, have all the troops landed? They have. Okay. So now I'll be able to set these to attack. Now the difference between deliberate attack and shock attack, deliberate attack is just well, basically your standard regular attack, and then shock attack is something like the famous Banzai charges the Japanese were known for, which basically means that they do more damage, but they usually take more damage in return as well as become more fatigued, which obviously affects their combat effectiveness. So I'm just going to set it to a regular attack for now, and let's see what happens. Still bombing. And okay, so their coastal defenses managed to sink one of our transports. Well, still bombing the aircraft. And yep, they stayed over here, so now my airplane get to hopefully take down a few more ships. So let's see. So a couple of bombs on the light cruiser Hobart, as well as a torpedo hit on the fuel ship. Okay, that's nice. Hopefully we'll be able to take down a couple of those. Second run. Lots of bombing happening. Yeah, look at that. Fuel ship sunk. Light cruiser sunk. Heavy cruiser, one bomb hit and it's on fire. So that's a couple of free kills basically. And yeah, let's see what happens over here. So these are my forces. Again, you'll probably know by now, not graphically really. Oh wow! And I managed to capture Port Moresby in a single turn. Wow! I believe that actually never happened, from what I can recall. Holy crap! So about 200 casualties for me and 1,200 casualties for them, which probably, you know, units being captured and so. Wow, I'm actually quite surprised. I don't think that's ever happened to me. So here you can see the attacking force, 6,000 of mine versus the 5,000 of theirs. So I got more guns. They did have more vehicles. It doesn't show what type of vehicles. These could be like, you know, 12 jeeps or engineering vehicles, you know, construction vehicles, and these could, you know, might as well have been tanks, which I don't think they are. But anyway, yeah, well, I captured Port Moresby. Man, I'm really surprised with that. So now, since I've now captured it, this scored me 1,400 points. So if you look here, now I'm 1,000 points in the lead. And let's see. Oh, they did score 400 points for the. Wait, no, that's my score. So I sunk one of their carriers, which is around 300 points, and they only got 170 in return. So quickly see. Yeah, so for sinking the Yorktown, I got 349 points. And for sinking the Shoho, they only got 129 because it wasn't basically a full-fledged carrier. It was only a lighter variant. And over here you can see a fuel ship. AO is, I believe it's a oiler is the real name, but you know, it carries fuel and it refuels the fleet. So which is worth 30 points, and if you compare that to a cruiser, which is 35, so a fuel ship is almost as much points as a cruiser. Yeah, well, since their fleet is basically in full retreat, except for those, you know what, I'm just going to set these clear, and I'm going to set you, just go to that space and stay there. I'm going to do the same for you. Go there. What? Oh, that's my carrier fleet, okay. Well, I guess that's most likely the deciding turn for this episode then, or this scenario. Yeah, I'm just gonna let my carriers sit here. Remain on station. No. Go over there. And have them, you know, plonk away at these stragglers over here. Yeah, so I guess that's that. Not much to do besides, you know, sit out the rest of the turns. So I'll quickly go through these turns and then I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so this time I actually remembered that the scenario ends at the 15th of May rather than after the 15th of May. So this time you actually get to see the score screen. Yay! So not much that happened. They kept doing some bombing runs on the land units here, which is not too special. My carriers kept plucking away at these ships over here. For some reason my submarines never attacked them. Don't really know why. Did they run out of torpedoes or something? Well, they still have one left. What's this? Oh, an airplane. So they actually have airplanes. Yeah, this one, it has 3 torpedoes. Alright, so it has 6 tubes, 3 ammo each, so they actually have 18 torpedoes, yet for some reason they're not attacking. Oh well. Not much had happened. I'm still gonna win this scenario easily. Oh, so now suddenly they figured from, hey, you know, let's attack. And nothing happened. Okay. Yeah, aircraft carrying out the last airstrikes. Bombers still bombing the land units. Don't really care about all this. It doesn't matter. I've got a 1000-point lead. And that's it. So a decisive Japanese victory. With a final score of 2,190 for me and the Allies only 1,176. I'll quickly go through the end screen. And let's see. The ships that were sunk. So they sunk a lot more of my ships, but as you can see they're only, you know, transports, stuff like that, so only worth a couple of points. Well, the Shoho, obviously. But then I sunk 2 Australian cruisers. Then the Yorktown. I believe in the real Battle of the Coral Sea, I believe it was the Yorktown as well that was sunk. And oh, both fuel ships and another cruiser, so clear victory for me. And let's see, I can go to the next phase and they'll give me the end screen for America, or for the Allies I should say. Yeah, so they sent all their fleets back to their port. I don't know why really. Well, actually it's probably the smartest thing to do because I had them outnumbered, 2 carriers to 1, so yeah, so this operation was a success. The Japanese captured Port Moresby, which they can now use to launch raids on Australia and perhaps in the future prepare for a invasion of Australia. Anyway, so that's the end of this episode. Next episode I will probably, I'll quickly check. I will probably go through this one, the 1000-Mile War, which is about the landings on the isles of Attu and Kiska of the Alaskan coast. But well, I'll save that for the next episode. So thanks for watching and goodbye.